He didn't show up, essentially, because he diluted his test. That's what he'd done.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
Good morning, Judge Mazin Gaith up here on behalf of Mr. Inch.
Sir?
Jeff Rich.
So he was going to plead. Where did he plead?
He pled to count one, Judge.
So, but then I didn't want to accept the plea until I had you in here. Your name?
Elizabeth Probation, Your Honor.
What's going on with count one, or count two rather? Failure to submit to twice weekly chemical testing on May 24th. I'm asking you, Ms. Wilds, do you want to?
I apologize, Your Honor. Mr. Inch appeared for testing on the 24th. His first sample was dilute. His second sample was dilute. Because he arrived so close to when they closed, he arrived at 9:20. Testing stops at 9:30. Within that span, they did allow him 2 attempts to provide a sample, so there was no time for a third sample. It was a weekend. There is no PM testing, but what all sobriety court defendants are aware of, and I instructed Mr. Inch on this prior, is that if you don't show for testing in the morning or provide a sample that is testable, what Mr. Inch didn't do is he didn't go to the alternative site that evening. On Sunday, he didn't go to the alternative site a morning or evening. He did not test on Monday. He did not test on Tuesday.
All right, so unless there's going to be a plea here, I'm just going to swear in and listen to her testimony and listen to whatever you have to say, Mr. Gaith, and I'll make a ruling on count 2.
Yeah, I guess that's.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Would you like me to repeat, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Yep. Mr. Inch did show for chemical testing May 24th. His first test and his second test were both dilute. Due to him arriving so close to their end time of 9:30, he arrived at 9:20 a.m. There wasn't time for Mr. Inch to stay for a third sample. It is the weekend. DNA does not offer evening hours, but as instructed in the sobriety court handbook, as well as additional paperwork that Mr. Inch has received, is that if you do not provide a good testable sample, you have to arrive to the alternative site. What Mr. Inch didn't do was follow through with those instructions as well. He did not show that evening, which was a Saturday, at our alternative site. He could have went on Sunday, the next day, again, did not go to the alternative site. He could have appeared back at DNA on Monday or Tuesday, although his color of yellow was not called, colors were called and they were open, and he did not go. His color was called today. It does not appear this morning, but again, he does have an opportunity to go this evening between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. I did not receive any communication from Mr. Inch. I was out of the office last week. Monday was a holiday, but Mr. Inch did not reach out to the probation department in regards to this issue.
Any questions of her, Mr. Gaith?
No questions, Judge.
Does your client wish to testify or remain silent?
Judge, at this point, I'm going to have him remain silent. I'd like to, with regard to what Ms. Wild said, Judge, my client, according to what he's told me this morning, did not even know that he had a violation until this morning with regard to that test. Now, he told me that he did go to the testing, and the only issue that came up was it came up dilute.
Well, dilute isn't good. They know they're not supposed to drink 14 gallons of water.
Understood, Judge. But in Mr. Inch's defense here, Mr. Inch, he's got other violations, and he's always been truthful with the court with regard to the other violations. Even when they showed up negative through the lab testing, he still admitted when he did something wrong. He admitted he took responsibility for it. Judge, at this point, I mean, I would believe that he's got no reason to deviate from what he's done.
What did I do when he admitted that he had it in the probation the confirmation test came back negative? Do you remember? Did he tell you what I did?
Judge, you found him, you gave him credit for being honest with the court.
And I dismissed the show cause, right?
Correct.
So even though he admitted something that I felt like clearly established his guilt, there's no question about it, but because he was honest and because we preach honesty in the program, I felt it was inappropriate to penalize somebody who we told you have to be honest to, and was honest, and the confirmation test, as it turns out, came back negative. That's why I went ahead and dismissed it. But this one, this is kind of like, how do I say this? I don't want to get too melodramatic here, but what you've had here, it's all lines up. He didn't show up, essentially, because he diluted his test. That's what he'd done. He had 2 dilute tests. He could have gone to another site. He didn't do that, even though they're told to. He went to another, he could have gone to another site the next day. He didn't want to go because he diluted the sample for a reason. And then the following day, he still didn't go. And I've been watching Jeffrey here. I like the kid. I like him.
Judge, he's close to graduating. I mean,
I don't care.
About...
I don't care. I don't care. I'm finding you guilty as charged.
Oh, can I speak on this?
No, you can't speak unless you want to testify.
I want to speak on this.
Do you want to testify?
I would like to make clear that I was not fully aware that it was, I knew the first test was dilute. The second one, she said, okay, Mr. Inch, you're good. I didn't know that meant it was still dilute. I did not know. I would have gone the second day. I've done that before, prior, a year ago, when I diluted. I've been honest this whole time, like you just said.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm just telling you, if I made a mistake, I would tell you. I'm dumb. I had too much going on at home.
Why were you dilute? Let's talk about why you dilute.
I work a physically active job.
No. What do you tell those guys with regard to how much water they can consume?
No more than 12 ounces.
Now, it's not been 107 degrees with high humidity so far.
It's not, but I've been trying.
So if we're going to have dilute samples every time it's 58 degrees out, and that's about what it was last week, or 60, we're going to have a big problem. You'll never have a valid test because they'll all be dilute because it's going to get hotter before it gets colder. Look, I warned you. I warned you with all of this. I warned you. You had to know you were on thin ice with me. You were doing so great, and now all of a sudden you're falling. Doesn't do any good to graduate if you're not going to keep up the program. And I mean, just stay sober. It doesn't do any good. I mean, this whole thing about completing programs, what does that have to do? It's like the guy who goes to Harvard, gets a degree, and ends up salting fries at the local fast food restaurant. I mean, it's the same concept. It does not do you any good to graduate from a sobriety court if you're still using. Now, you know what the rules are. You know what the rules are. I want you to get that lady on the phone, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt in the sense that I'm getting that person on the phone on another court date here, Beth. Whoever was tending to Mr. Inch on that day, I want him on Zoom. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll continue the hearing, but you're either going to testify or you're going to remain silent. You can't have the best of both worlds. You can't say, I'm going to remain silent and then say, wait a second, I want to talk. You want to talk, I'm going to swear you to an oath. Do you want me to swear you to an oath?
I guess I'll just remain silent, Your Honor. I would like to graduate this program.
Hang on.
No, Mr. Inch, just answer the judge's question. Either do you want to testify?
Not talking.
Well, you can't have the best of both worlds.
Judge, are you?
You don't, wait a minute. I want to make sure Mr. Inch understands this. You have the right to remain silent. There's nothing wrong with you remaining silent. But you can't remain silent and then start telling me your story and expect me to take it into consideration when you're not under oath.
Just don't know what to do. I want to complete this program.
I don't care.
I understand.
Jeff, I want you to listen to me. I'll give you more time to confer with your lawyer. We'll get the woman in here on Zoom. We'll continue the hearing date next week. I'll give you every opportunity to question her, have your lawyer question her as to whether or not she conveyed to you that the test was fine and you were free to go. We're gonna get her in here. When is a good day when Mr. Gates here, Lisa?
I have to check his schedule because you're off a few days next week.
It's funny because even before people violate, I kind of, and I don't mean this, I've just seen this with you, Jeff. The guy I was so proud of, and now you're just screwing around. You act like this is a option to violate probation when you feel like now. Listen.
Can we do June 9th in the afternoon? He's here at 1 p.m.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Monday.
Yeah. Is that good with you, Mr. Gaith? You're here?
Yeah, I'm here anyways, Judge.
June 9th at 1 p.m., so I want you to get them. We'll continue the hearing, okay? That's it. We'll see you next week, Jeff. And I don't know what I'm gonna do now, but I'm really disappointed in you if my mind doesn't change. Good luck.
Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.